Hi everyone, it's the Tides Changing here, and as many of you know, the Sims 4 Outdoor Retreat game pack was released yesterday. It came to as a surprise to a lot of people, myself included. I didn't know it was going to be released until like half an hour before it was actually released. I thought it was going to be out next week, but it was a pleasant surprise to have it be released yesterday. But what I'm going to be doing in this video is a thorough but to the point overview of all the items that were included within this game pack. So I'm going to be showing all of the Create a Sim and Build and Buy mode items and all of the color options that they have. And I'm doing this so that those of you who don't have the pack yet but are still considering whether or not to get it can see what's included and use that to help make your decision one way or the other. But a little bit about this game pack is that it is downloadable content only. You can only get it on Origin, you can't get it in stores, and it costs $20 US or whatever the equivalent is in your country. And it allows your Sims to now go on vacation to a new world called Granite Falls, where they can rent a lodge or a campground and explore woods and visit a park. And it adds some camping related activities such as camping in tents, roasting marshmallows, telling ghost stories, stargazing, and dealing with insects, among other activities. It also adds a new herbalism skill as well as a new aspiration and a new trait. So for $20 it did include a good bit of content, but now I'm going to move on to showing the Create a Sim items. I'm going to be starting things off with the female Create a Sim items, and I'm going to begin with the shoes and work my way up. It is also worth noting that the sim has the new aspiration, which is the outdoor enthusiast aspiration, and a lot of the goals in it have to do with new content that was added in this game pack. But getting back to the shoes, there were quite a few different shoes added in this game pack. I believe 11 shoes for females were added, and most of them are either hiking boots or tennis shoes, which of course makes sense seeing this as this is an outdoor themed game pack. But I really do like a lot of the shoes that were added. I can even see myself using the hiking boots on shoes that on Sims that aren't necessarily going to be outdoor and camping a lot, and a lot of the tennis shoes are pretty cool too and make a really nice addition to the athletic shoe options. And there are a couple of minimalist type hiking shoes and tennis shoes. So these shoes here that remind me of the Vibram 5-finger shoes that are basically like foot gloves. They're just supposed to be like the bare minimum that you need to cover your feet while you run. And here is an additional pair of hiking boots. And we have just one more pair of shoes to go over after this one, and that is this tall pair of hiking boots here. And then after that, I'm going to move on to the accessories. And there's just one accessory item, and that is this pair of socks that you see here, and males have the exact same pair of socks as well. Moving on to the bottoms, females have 5 new pairs of shorts and pants. Most of them are kind of frumpy camping wear type pants, although I really do like this pair of shorts here. I could see these looking pretty awesome when paired with some cowboy boots. But, you know, I don't know if I would use a lot of these in everyday gameplay, but I could see you creating an interesting outdoorsy type sim with the clothing that comes with this game pack. And lastly, we have a pair of cargo pants, and then once I go through all the colors with this, I will be moving on to the tops. So first up is this kind of, makes me think of like a jogging jacket, but you know, basically just a nice outerwear jacket, kind of like a fall jacket. And then next is this plaid shirt right here, which I really like. I think this might be my favorite shirt that comes with this game pack. I could see myself using this on, you know, just regular old Sims, not Sims that are made specifically for camping. There is also this t-shirt right here, which has a little, looks like that's kind of like an eagle logo, I believe, and then you have a couple of other logos on it as well, and it comes in a variety of colors. This shirt just has a ton of colors that go with it. And here's this baggier shirt. This one I could see fitting in with more, like I said, non-outdoorsy type Sims, you know, just more of an additional everyday gameplay type of shirt. And I really do love this shirt. This is the last one, but I really love the detail on this shirt. And as far as the full outfits go, there is of course the bear outfit, which comes in grizzly bear, panda, and polar bear. And there is this full outfit here as well. And there is a third full outfit that is pretty similar to this one, but has a different logo on it as well. I do like this outfit. It's kind of more one that's specifically for the outdoors, but you know, I could see myself possibly using it on a non-camping type sim. This is the last of the female clothing, so now I'm moving on to the hairstyles, and there are 5 new ones, and they're all very good. I really like them, especially this one. This one is by far my favorite. I can see myself using it on a lot of Sims, and I can see myself using all of these hairs a lot in general. They're all just very good, and I'm very impressed with them, and I really like all of them. But that is it for the female created sim items. So now moving on to the male created sim items. So males, as usual, don't get as much as females. I believe I counted correctly, and there's only 9 shoes, so they get a couple less than the females do, and once again, it's the same, you know, hiking boots and athletic shoes. And it's also worth noting that I gave this sim here the Squeamish trait, and that is the green face one that you see on the end there next to the bro trait. And that's actually kind of an entertaining trait, because I messed around with these sims a little bit, and one of the sims had a little accident, and I had him clean it up, and he actually got like really grossed out by it because of the trait. I thought it just had to do with insects, but apparently they don't like cleaning up messes that are disgusting, so I found that pretty amusing. I could see making sims with this trait being quite entertaining in the future, so I'm definitely gonna have to use that trait in the future, like in Let's Plays, to make some interesting flawed sims. But that is it for the shoes. So now moving on to the pants. So there are 5 new pants for men, and there are a couple of capri rolled up type jeans. First you see here, the second one is very similar, but it looks like it's comes down a little bit lower and it's a little bit baggier than the previous one. And then there are also a couple pairs of outdoorsy type shorts, and then a pair of cargo pants that is similar to the female one. And I really do like the pants that came with this. I could see myself using it, like I said, with some of the female items, I could see myself using it outside of trying to make outdoorsy type sims. I just feel like a lot of the stuff that came with this game pack is usable even if you're not trying to make a sim that's really into camping, and that made me quite happy. So now moving on to the tops, and here is another fall light jacket kind of a thing. I really like this. There's also this tank top which comes in a ton of different colors, a ton of different pattern types. So you have this kind of faded dyed one, then you have just a solid tank, and then there is also this kind of the faded striped type of colors to it. And there is this sweater here which I really like. I really like this sweater. I'm probably going to be using this a lot. I just think it looks so cool because you got the dress shirt underneath of the sweater and the rolled up sleeves. And then there is this nice fishing type jacket. This is more of something that, you know, you'd really only use on an outdoor type of a sim, but it still looks pretty cool. And then you have another more outdoorsy type jacket. I really do like the items that come with this. I think they're all pretty good quality. And then lastly is this one here, which has some finger holes in it. I guess that's a technical term for that, but I really like this one. I think it'd be really cool for outerwear. And then here are the hairstyles. You have a longer one, and then you have a shorter one, so there are only 2 male hairstyles. Lastly, as far as adult clothing items go, there are some new hats. I forgot to check the hats when I was with the female sim, but females have the same 2 hats that males do, and 1 additional one. So after I show these, I'll go back over to the female sim to show her additional hat. So here is the additional hat that females have, and that is it for the adult created sim items. So now I'm going to show the children items. So teens, of course, have the same items as adults, so to save time, I didn't show items on teens. Also, boys, from what I saw, have the same items as girls do, except that girls have a few additional items. So once again, to save time, I chose to just show the items on a girl and not a boy. So there are 3 new shoes for children, once again, hiking or athletic shoes. And now moving on to the bottoms, so you have 4 new bottoms for kids, and they are, of course, more cargo pants and shorts type items. So first you saw those cargo capris there, and then here are some lovely cargo shorts, and then here is another pair of shorts that's not rolled up like the other ones were. So these are pretty cute, definitely good for an outdoorsy type child. And then here is the last pair of pants, which is some cargo pants. And then after that I will be moving on to the shirts, and there are 7 new shirts, and I know that boys don't have the tank top that you see there towards the end of the shirts, and maybe they don't have one of the layer tees that you see here, because there are 3 different types of layer tees that have different logo and color options. But here is a nice little jacket, and I believe boys have this one as well, and here's another one of the layer tees with different logo options. I was surprised there were so many different layer tees, but I do like them. I see them being useful, you know, definitely good for sims that aren't necessarily outdoorsy type sims. So you got some camping type logos and other assorted logos on them, so those are pretty useful. So there are 4 of those layer tee type shirts, so here is the last of them. And then after that, I'm moving on to the tank top you see here. I really like this tank top. I can see myself using this a lot. And then lastly is this little vest that you have here. So just a nice little outerwear type item for your child Sims. And then here are the full outfits. So there is the bear outfit that you have for the adults in the same types of colors. And then there are 2 new hairstyles for girls. There are no new hairstyles for boys, but I really do like these hairstyles. Once again, hairstyles that I could see myself using a lot. And there are 2 new hats for children as well, and boys of course have the same hats as well. I really like this hat. It's pretty adorable, and then this little bear hat here is absolutely adorable as well. I'm very happy with these hats. I kind of wish adults had a hat like this. That is it for the Creative Sim items, so now it is time to move over to the beautiful Granite Falls to show all of the new items that came with this game pack, and I am pretty impressed with what came with it. First up is the trees, and there are 6 new trees, half of the pine variety, half other types of trees. And as far as bushes go, there are 5 new bushes, and also 3 new flowers. So now to move on to the build mode items. So there are 3 walls, 2 of them are this wall with and without border. There is also a traditional log cabin type wall that you see here. And there is also 1 new flooring, and it is a rustic wood flooring. I really like how it looks. And lastly, there is a column that comes in several different colors. There is also a stone foundation, which I forgot to show, but moving on to the outdoor activity items, there are 2 new coolers, one a more traditional one, then you have this fancy high-tech cooler that you see here. There's also a game table, and I believe it is a card table. There's also 2 tents, so you have the smaller one here that comes with some funky colors. There are also 2 different fire pits that you see here, and a horseshoe pit as well, which I could see being really fun to use. And lastly is the last of the tents, so this is the larger tent, which has a couple different color options. So that is all for the outdoor activity items. So now moving on to the outdoor seating. There is a ton of different outdoor tables and chairs. Some are of the lawn chair type variety, and then others are supposed to be more rocks and stumps that you can sit on. So you have a couple different benches that look like they were cut out of a log. I can see the outdoor furniture that comes with this game pack being very useful for decorating the outdoor spaces of houses. Not even just houses that are cabins, but just I guess regular houses as well, because now you can put down a nice fire pit and arrange some lawn chairs around it. I think another cool thing you could do with it is make a garden area and then have the stump and rock chairs in it to create kind of like a natural garden area. I'm definitely glad there's more outdoor furniture because I feel like there was a lack of outdoor furniture before, so I'm definitely looking forward to using these items when doing yards and houses in the future. I'm just really glad to have more outdoor furniture, but lastly, there are 3 new picnic tables. So there's a stone one, a plastic one, and then there's also a wood one. And that is it for the outdoor surfaces and seating. So moving on to some decorations, you have this heart wall sculpture here, which I think would be perfect for a kid's room. I'll definitely be using this in kids' rooms in the future. You also have a stone trash can. There's also this lovely light post that you can put outdoors. And there's also this cute little bear gnome and then a little sign here. Here is a statue of Stanley the Jackalope, who is like the mascot for Granite Falls. And at first I thought he was a moose, but then I looked it up because I wanted to be sure. And it turns out he is a jackalope, which is basically a rabbit with antlers, I'm pretty sure. And then here are a few more outdoor decorative type items. So here is a tarp that comes in several different colors that you can put under tents. There's also some outdoor kitchen type items that I could see being useful in indoor kitchens, and some pots and pans and a little container there that I could see being useful as clutter in a regular home, like maybe off to the side in a pantry or something. So I really do like a lot of the clutter that came with this, and here is a pot of flowers. Moving on, there is a outdoorsy type wall mirror that comes with this game pack. There's also a floor mirror that you will see here that once again keeps up with that rustic outdoor kind of a theme. I'm really looking forward to furnishing some like cabin type houses, but there's also a rug and a rustic dresser as well. And moving on from these items, there are also a variety of floor and table lamps. So you have this outdoor lantern hanging on a stick. There's also this indoor light here that keeps up with a rustic theme, this other light here that is on a branch, and then here's this really pretty tree light. I think that's really gorgeous, and look at outside. There's also a couple of camping lanterns and this table lamp there that matches the floor lamp, and there's this flower right here which I really like and I could see myself using a lot. And lastly is another camping lantern. So as far as activities go, there is a chess table and a guitar that comes with this. And then moving on from that, there are some plumbing items that came with this game pack. First up is this rustic indoor sink. There's also an outdoor stone sink as well as an outdoor shower. There's also an indoor rustic shower as well. And then moving on from that, there are a couple of indoor service items. First up is this rustic coffee table that you see here. And in addition to that is a rustic end table. So a lot of these items are kind of niche, but I think they could still fit in with, you know, everyday builds as well. And lastly, there is this rustic wall shelf that I really like. I could see myself using that a bit in some builds. And then there's also a variety of beds, so you have what is, I believe this is supposed to be a cot, and then you have both a single and a double air mattress, which could be pretty good for if, you know, you want to set up an outdoor type of a house. And then here is a rustic double bed that keeps up with the whole rustic theme. And then you have this double bed here that looks like some branches that are kind of tangled together. And lastly is some more seating, so you have a rustic wooden chair, and then you also have this rustic chair that has a cushion on it, and then a rustic couch. So that is all for the items that are in this game pack. So here you can see everything, and there is quite a bit included. Overall, when it comes to the items that were included in this game pack, I'm really impressed. I like a lot of what was included and can see myself using it very frequently. And I feel like I got a lot for what I paid, especially when you compare this to what $20 would get you in Sims 3 content. Like, it would get you a stuff pack with probably less items than this and no additional gameplay or no world, or it would get you just a venue with a premium content item. So I'm really glad that they're giving more for the money. And overall, I don't regret getting this. I'm really, really happy with it, but whether or not it's worth your money is up to you, of course, but I just wanted to put all the items out there for those of you who are trying to decide, so you could see what is included and decide on your own whether or not it's worth getting. So hopefully this helps some of you, and this is the first of this kind of video that I've done. So if this is something that you enjoyed and found helpful, I can continue to do these for new game packs or expansion packs. I did enjoy putting this together. I hope you'll enjoy this video. Thanks for watching, and bye!